Call this meeting to order. This is the Livingston Parish Council Finance Committee meeting for Thursday, November 18th. Ms. Lauren, you call roll?
Mr. Mack is absent. Mr. McMorris? Here. Mr. King?
Here.
Mr. Roller?
Here. All right, old business? Any old business?
I don't think so. I think we're
Old
good.
business? All right, new business? Ms. Jennifer?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
So today is the day. The financial statements that you have in front of you are the final introduced
Microphone.
version.
Push the button to the right where the little dude.
It's red. Is
Nick,
that good?
this part ain't on.
Wiggle the top.
Where it plugs into the
Oh, it's not.
base.
It did us that the other night too.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're good?
Good.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. All right, so the financial statements that you have in front of you are the final introduced version that will get introduced as an ordinance tonight and schedule the public hearing, or set the public hearing. If any changes are made to this copy, you have to let me know so that I can document them, and they will have to be read out loud when we go to vote on the final version. That's any difference than what was introduced.
All right.
The financial statements look great. There is nothing crazy in there outside of, I told y'all we are buying a bunch of vehicles for DPW because we're getting away from leasing the vehicles. Now that our debt payment is gone, we can afford to buy equipment and keep it. Obviously, we get longer life out of it if we get to buy it and drive it for 10 years versus leasing it for 5 and then we have to turn it back in and get another one whether we want to or not. There's also 3 excavators for purchase in there because we don't have to lease those anymore. Now that our debt payment is gone, we can afford to buy them. And I think we're just going to, instead of purchasing a brand new chipper, we're just going to buy out the lease on the old one because that still has, it's functioning great and it still has a ton of life left in it. And it's cheaper to buy that out than it is to buy a new one. The ARPA funds are in there. I had sent y'all a list previously of the projects that we have earmarked so far. And like I said, we still have almost half of the funds left to earmark as we figure out which projects we can spend money on.
Okay.
Lauren, you might want to note Mr. Mike just showed up.
So you have your standard check register also. We have paid the last payment to Series for the NRCS phase. We wrote a big check to Barrier for part of the asphalt overlay program. You will see in your budget that next year there is $12 million out of the sales tax for asphalt overlay and $1 million out of parish transportation. So our total project that we'll bid out, I think they usually bid that out in April.
April.
Will be $13 million to start with. And
Good.
then as the year goes on, seeing how sales tax goes, we can add on $1 million or $2 million to that. So
Great.
that's a pretty good jump from what we've been able to spend.
Oh,
yeah. Yes.
So it's nice to have that debt payment off of our backs and we can spend current year revenue on current year projects.
Agreed.
Right.
Yes, for sure.
The sales tax is growing. It's surprising me more than I thought the growth would be. I hope it continues to grow as we add industry in the parish and population in the parish. It will stay up because we are projected to get rid of that jail deficit in about half the time that we thought we would be able to get rid of it in. So obviously, the more jail deficit we eliminate, that frees up general funds for discretionary spending. Because remember, like I said, if we had $10 million deficit in the jail, we had to hold $10 million of fund balance in the general fund that we couldn't spend to negate that, because you can't have negative in total on the financial statements. So the more we eat down that deficit, the more money we'll spend on drainage projects or whatever projects.
Okay.
So unless y'all have any questions for me, I don't have anything else for finance.
I think so. I think we're looking pretty good. Keep it going. I don't know. I know it's not up to you to keep it going, but we like seeing it
It's just up to me to keep it
straight.
neat.
All right.
All right. Shane, I know you was a little late. You don't have anything, do you?
No,
That's the final budget, so we'll be introducing it tonight.
I may want to take this offline, but I just was curious, with the 2022 budget, is there any off-road drainage funding captured in here? Or is it like built into a certain cost center or GL code or something
We
like
do
that?
have off-road drainage projects that
I
are.
know we do.
But with ARPA funding, it's in Fund 107. You can see that in Fund 107.
All right. I don't
Anybody
have
else have any
anything, no, I'm
questions?
good, Joe.
All right.
$73 million.
Everything on there, I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Scooter, second by Mr. McWaters, all in favor?
All right.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you, Miss Jennifer. Appreciate it.